Welcome to Preservation of One. I'm your host, Alexandria August. So listen, let me tell y'all why I am having like a fallout with my company with the company that I'm with for my podcast. Okay, like well, at least let me speak for myself. Let me speak for myself. I do it because I thoroughly enjoy it. Don't forget to get a copy of my book, A Conversation with Alexandria August. I do it because I thoroughly enjoy it and because of y'all. Y'all help keep it going. Y'all help keep me going. Okay? So they know exactly what my numbers are, right? And my numbers are good. They're always good. So then it's like an assaulting proposition come along, and then you take advantage of the proposition, and the shit turned out to be a doggone insult. Okay, I mean like undermining, undercutting, like, and it just kind of turns me off. You know, like real talk. It just like really turns me off. And so, it just made me be like, you know what? Look, let me go ahead and change platforms. But I've been on this platform for so long, and even with speaking to, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. Even with speaking with other people that uses this platform as an engine, and they end up transferring it over. They was like, how they saw significant improvements. And this is just from multiple people that's on this platform. And I'm one of those people. I'm like loyal. So I'm like, shoot, I'm gonna thug it out, man. Please, I see why they did what they did, and obviously I'm about to follow in their footsteps because, like, I'm a grown woman. Like, you ain't about to play in my face like that. So it gets a little daunting, you know, and kind of makes you want to say, you know what, look, this ain't it right here. I can't do this here. Like this. But either way, at the end of the day, find something fulfilling. You find joy, right? Or whatever. So now that I know what I got to do, it's like, okay, cool. Don't forget to get a copy of my book, A Conversation with Alexandria August. But yeah, like that's where I'm at with it. Just like switching it over to my own platform. Building my own platform. Well, I'd have built my platform on this platform and other platforms, obviously, but basically just doing it like on creating like one with all of the global platforms that I'm on. Not saying that I'm trying to do what these people here are doing. What I'm saying is just like basically switching it over to my website or something like that because I'm on every platform. So yeah, something like that where I'll be more in control, at least with my numbers and my incentives. So that just makes sense to me. Something I should have been did years ago, but trying to be loyal to some people that don't give a no. But anyways, enough of that. So look, let's get into this here with these questions. Okay, my feelings on this whole YSL, on Woody and Young Thug thing, I have nothing bad to say about neither one of them. However, I would say if I dropped a piece of paper, I wouldn't pick it up around now when catch what I just laid down for you. That's all I got to say. God dang on it. If I buy a soda, I wouldn't buy a soda in front of now one of them. That's all I got to say about that whole situation. Okay, catch me now. Catch that there. That's all I got to say. But I wouldn't say nothing bad about him. I mean, I personally, I like some of Young Thug songs. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of feel good songs. You know what I'm saying? And then I told you about that time that he was nice to me. But even before that, I like a lot. I like a couple of his songs. Heck, I still listen to a couple of his songs. I don't know that much about Woody other than what I've been seeing. Pretty much like, I guess like a lot of us outsiders. You know what I'm saying? What we see on social media. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Now, I love him on them dating shows because that'd be funny to me whenever I catch him if I'm browsing sporadically or whatever. I don't make it my business to go. But you know how you be scrolling on the gram or Facebook and you catch a couple clips and it'd be funny. or something like that or whatever. I guess something to entertain my mind at the time. No shade, but or whatever. And his perspectives on a lot of things is pretty cool. Um, but anyways, yeah, that's how I feel about that situation there. Also, what else was it? Me and someone was talking about Kiki Wyatt, the singer. Amazing voice. And we were talking about her son says he has cancer and say that she told him that's good for him because of the lifestyle that he lives. He's LGBTQ or gay. I don't know how to say it, and I hope I said it right. No disrespect, but either way, so she said that that was good for him that he caught, right? Now, for me personally, I feel like that's some jacked up stuff to tell anybody, including your enemy. If that was your enemy coming to you, letting you know, hey, they got such and such, you don't kick somebody while they down. You don't do no stuff like that. But I guess she's giving him tough love as a parent because she don't want to see her son go down that route, especially if you one of those people that lean more onto the Bible. Even though a lot of us, and I'm gonna include myself, are selective about things as in the Bible versus it as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Applying the whole thing and all the commandments, and even applying what the 42 mantra to your life. You know what I'm saying? And even if you want to go as far to add other spiritual laws to your life, and that's why when I made an episode in my first and second season, I was just saying some of the spiritual laws, but it is very important and key in our lives to understand those spiritual laws and to read and practice as many as possible. You know what I'm saying? Just from a spiritual plane and see how your life blows up in a good way. But yeah, so it's like, but if you're someone that's spiritual or you're someone that believes in the Bible, then, and his belief goes against basically his beliefs goes against her beliefs. And at the end of the day, I'm not saying what she said or did was right or wrong. I'm not saying what he said or did or, well, hell, yeah, what he said or what he chooses to do in his sexuality is right or wrong. But I do pray and hope that he have a speedy recovery with his diagnosis. But at the end of the day, that's a mama and son relationship. That's something they gonna have to battle out. That's something they gonna have to doggone work out. Okay. So me personally, I feel no way about that situation. That's just something that they gonna have to come to terms with. And that's anybody whose children is with someone or doing something that they don't like. I don't care if you're man, woman. It don't matter the race or nothing like that. If your children is doing something you don't like, you gonna say what you feel. You know what I'm saying? That's called parenting. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like they're doing something that's possibly wrong, um, all you can do is try to correct them, even if he isn't wrong. Um, well, I ain't gonna say even if he wasn't wrong, but if she feel like she's correcting a situation that she feel is wrong, then she's gonna go at it however she see fit or whatever. I personally believe a man belongs with a woman and a woman belongs with a man. But those are my beliefs and that's how I was raised. However, I will say that a lot of old beliefs that were stored upon us 80s babies and before, some of them beliefs is just got doggone ridiculous. It's just got doggone. I ain't even gonna say outdated because at the end of the day, the word is the word and the word will forever stand. We would perish and the word would still stand. So I mean, So I'm just saying some of them it's like, huh? And it can be very hard to do. Shall I say this here? You know, either way, it works itself out or whatever. That's why I included myself in that because I don't do all of what I should do. I'm not a Christian. Y'all know I don't have no denomination or nothing like that. I'm a spiritual person. I'm a free spirited person. But I believe in God more than what I believe in anything on this earth. So, I mean, and I believe in anything spiritually on this earth, whatever. I believe in God more. So, however it's clever, whatever their faith is, or her faith, and whatever, you know what I'm saying? They got to work that out. So the outside commentators like myself, yeah, that ain't our battle. You got to pick and choose your battles. All I can do is answer the questions honestly that is given to me. That's all I can do. But the outside speculators, at the end of the day, that's a mom and son. Stay out them people doggone business. Just like this young thug with this situation. That's them people doggone life. It ain't conducive to mine. So I mean, what the, you know? I don't be around none of them. So it really ain't nothing. I mean, not, it's something to them, that's their lives. But in my life, man, no. You know? Or whatever, and the same for them. They don't know me, they don't be around me. So, what I do is nothing to them. Or whatever. But I'm not saying it to be, harsh or nothing like that. But shoot, it is what it is. Y'all ask these questions, I tell y'all my honest opinion. Also, did y'all take advantage of that blood moon that had just left? What, on the 7th? Did y'all take advantage of it? Use that there to go ahead and clear out your past. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and evolve spiritually and emotionally. Energy, on the 7th, right? But the good thing about it is, if you get into that type of stuff, if you get into the practice of it, say today, of releasing and clearing out blocked energy and just working on becoming the best spiritual person that you can be, if you start at it every day, you'll catch the next moon or the next moons, okay, or whatever, to go ahead and do that. However, I will say that certain moons are rare and they only come around certain periods of times. So if you can sit up here and do the work that's needed to be done per moon, per 24 hours, you're already a step ahead of a lot of people, because a lot of times it's so easy for us to hold on to things that happened to us in the past, and y'all know how I feel. The past is yesterday. Okay, the past is a minute ago. The past is an hour ago. Okay, even though they hurt so deeply, or could hurt so deeply. But you know why they hurt? Because sometimes sometimes we can hold on to it, you know? Consciously, unconsciously, we can hold on to it. But either way the case may be, we're all human, we're all a work in process. And hey, the only thing we can do is take it 1 minute at a time. That's all we can do, okay? And when you look at it, when we think about it, a minute is only, 60 seconds. And it doesn't seem like a long time. But in a day, you got 24 hours, so how many minutes that is? You see what I'm saying? So don't take now a minute, don't take now a second for granted. Be grateful, be prosperous, and practice healing. You know what I'm saying? And practice healing other people. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that, pray good for people. Wish good for people. Speak life into yourself. Speak life into other people. You see what I'm saying? Speak life into these situations. You see what I'm saying? You got enemies up against you. Pray good for your enemies. The things that I always say, or whatever, just because somebody else has a cloud over their life does not mean that you got to have a cloud over yours. That's all I got to say about that, god doggone. Choose peace. Choose happiness. That's all I got to say, because that's what you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, personal story. Naturally, I'm a jolly person, right? I'm a peaceful person, and I'm pretty much always calm. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of situations I probably shouldn't even be calm in, but you know what I'm saying? And it's the peace of God. I can't even lie. I ain't even gonna say, I know it ain't me, because I know it's the peace of God. But anyways, but in this world, in just in people can make you turn into something that you're not. But in actuality, it's not a hard thing to do, to turn into something that you're not. And what's to do? Wallow. He said it good. I heard it this morning. He was like, basically, if you turn into something that you're not, you'll never basically have freedom of yourself. And that's the God out of truth. Those are not his words verbatimly, but I'm summarizing it. But and when he said that, I was like, that is the God honest truth per conversation that I had yesterday. And I'm thinking about it like, listen, I know I got a lot of stuff that I want to change and a lot of stuff that I need to change. But what I don't want to do is turn my heart black when I know my heart beats red. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't ever want to turn into a better person. You know what I'm saying? Because of events. Or just because of any doggone thing. I personally can't stand people that's a Debbie Downer. I hate people that drains my energy. So therefore, I personally am a loner, and I've been like this here for a long time, or whatever. I'll go to social gatherings. You already know this here. I go to social events and stuff like that. But to stay long, hex now, it's too many doggone energy vampires at most social gatherings and events. I don't care if it's a family reunion. Somebody up in that family reunion that is a vampire. They is a whole god doggone energy drainer. Okay? Somebody. I ain't got time for them kind of people. Okay? Okay? I might be fighting to keep my peace at that time. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go around them people. So therefore, I pop in and get my hugs and my kisses and good conversations and good laughs, grab my plate, and I'm out the door. That's all I got to say about that whole situation there. Now, you know what I'm saying? Events, pretty much the same thing. Might be minus the plate, might not be. Either way, it's the same. Look, that's my routine. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And it might be so mean, but that's my routine. Because I ain't staying for a long damn time. Even if I go, and I ain't went to a concert in years. Even if I go to the concert, I'm going to stay up and then I'm enjoying myself and everything else. And it's not enjoying myself and everything else. I'm going to live in that moment, okay? I'm trying to enjoy everything. I know dang on well before that concert is over, I'm going to get up and haul ass. I plan to go ahead and leave and go home. I ain't even gonna lie. Heck, when I be getting dressed, and I've been like this probably during it all my life, okay? Not leaving events or concerts and things like that so easy because I tend to end up going with someone, you know, or whatever. So it's like I'll stay because, I'm with other people or they're with me, or whatever. But hands down, anytime I go anywhere, the majority of the time, I got my own ride, okay? To get there and to get back. Because when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. So I prefer everybody have their own way to get there and to get back. Because when that it's like a social anxiety. And let me explain my social anxiety, which I just previously did. And maybe it's not a social anxiety, but it's a caused shit. Yeah, it's a social anxiety. You know what causes me social anxiety? When I realize I'm around a bunch of freaking energy drainers. When I'm around a negative spirit. When I'm around a bad spirit. That drains my energy. I personally, don't get me wrong now. Hey, push comes to shove, got doggone, I'm gonna get into it. I get into an argument. You know what I'm saying? And it might be balls to the wall. And I ain't got damn balls. But I prefer not to argue. You see what I'm saying? I just prefer not to argue. That's energy killer for me. You know what I'm saying? That's a mood shift. You know what I'm saying? That's too many doggone emotions. Then you got to bring yourself down from being angry. You know what I'm saying? And all that cussing me. All that cussing that I've been a put up and been a put down and every year. Then I got to sit up here and try to get my mind together because I don't want to jump on. Just all that. Yeah, all that's just too much. So I don't like doing all of that. Yes. Mm-mm. So, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm around a negative energy, a bad energy, or a busy energy, or somebody they shit the energy. I just said that, or somebody that's just really freaking annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pack up. Time to move. Keep it moving. pack it up, all that. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't have the, I just don't want to deal with that there. You know what I'm saying? I like going to bed at night um, on a good note. You know what I'm saying? Not with my energy being drained in that type of way, in that type of negative way. I would not want to do that. If I'm going to bed and I'm tired, from various activities, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Not like that. Not, you know, um, from somebody else's energy draining me, from arguments and, shit that just don't bring you peace. You know what I'm saying? Then, for me, that was like a waste. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But I'm not saying every day is going to be jolly or joyful. But I surely would say this here, I had more jolly and joyful days than uh, bad days. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Or whatever. But yeah. If that energy is off, it's my cue to go, honey. I just can't stay around. Ain't no need to. It just ain't no need to. How are you? Text message. It just ain't no need to. It's just too doggone. It's too daunting for me personally, or whatever. So I guess that's my form of social anxiety, bad energy. You know what I'm saying? That's just my form. Could I be around people socially in large crowds and all that? Yeah, that don't bother me. That never bothered me. But you best believe you gonna have a couple people in that crowd with some god doggone jacked up energy. And I'm one of them people. I feel people's energy so bad. I feel their energy so bad it makes no sense. I mean, like it is freaking crazy. It's you know what I'm saying? It's like I can feel when someone's happy. I can feel when somebody's sad. I can feel when somebody's depressed. I can feel, just the different emotions and like various things that can make our energy busy is when we're especially when we're stressing over something. And some of the stuff that we stress over, you know, is more of a choose and pick your battle kind of thing. And I'm saying that because I'm guilty of that. So when I realize that it's a pick and choose your type of battle kind of thing, I let it go because I ain't trying to hurt myself. You know what I'm saying? Myself or my energy. And what I mean by hurting myself, I ain't about to sit up here and cause rapid aging or high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever could come along with whatever can come along with stress. If it's a pick and choose your battle kind of situation, then if I got to let it go, I'll let it go before I sit up there and stress over it. You know what I'm saying? That's just my take on it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. But we all fight for what is important to us. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And I say that because, as a woman, it seems like for me sometimes it becomes more so emotional and more so about who I want to stay and more so about who I want to let go. And letting go of people is not hard for me, but if they're close to me, then it becomes hard for me. So for me, those are like the pick and choose kind of battles. You know what I'm saying? If you stay in my life, is you gonna be able to, you gonna be able to keep it together? Can we have peace and unity? Because if we can't, then you got to go. It is. We just can't. We ain't even seeing eye to eye. Either way the case may be. So yeah, right. That's my social anxiety, and that's how I feel about situations like that. Either way the case may be, stay blessed, stay prosperous, keep your eyes on the prize, keep your minds on God, and hey, let's just try to do what we can do. Don't forget to get a copy of my book, A Conversation with Alexandria August. I am your host, Alexandria August. Thank you.